Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's calling for some rain today, so I took it upon myself to train a new guy. But you gotta hear this story right here. This is one hell of a story. Boy, I know how to find them and pick them, don't I? But I picked today. Here's what originally happened. I met this guy at Walmart, right? And the guy is homeless, all right? But no, wait a minute. Let me rewind. It gets better. It gets better than that. You hear the word homeless, but that ain't all the story, trust me. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. If y'all can make it through this video, it might be a little lengthy. But the main point, what I'm trying to say is, on a day like today, if you're training someone new, because it's going to rain, you got certain jobs that won't complain about you being there. Like if they got a big overhang or something. If you're training a new guy, it's best to train them on a day where you don't have a heavy workload. That way, you can show them what to do. You could just make it a day all about him. Don't look to make any money. All right. Let's say you have 1 or 2 mom and pop stores. I'm just pulling over to talk to y'all. Let's say you have 1 or 2 mom and pop stores, right? That don't complain. They just let you come and just do whatever and pay you. No questions asked. Even if it's not raining heavy, or even if it's raining heavy, they may or may not have an overhang. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. So you take them to a job like that. You show them how to do the window, right? And then you give them the tools, and then you let them practice on it. Tell them, I want this job done in and out. You collect the money and do that to the second job. But you tell them to get into a habit of expecting the whole glass before you move on to the next one. If you don't see anything wrong with it, then you won't catch yourself going back over your own work that you just did again. That's how I was trained. And sometimes you may not see everything on different angles. So you know that right in front of you is done flawless. You don't see any mistakes. But maybe that one mistake because of the different angle. But that's why when you go to the next window, you may see that certain angle, or you may do it perfect. The only thing you'll have to go back for is that one little touch-up area because you didn't see it on that angle, which won't happen all the time. But basically, this is the time you want to train someone new. But I met this guy at Walmart, right? He's homeless. Okay, I got to talking to him because he needed a jump, and he was sitting there for a while, and he didn't want to disturb me. He thought I was sleeping in the car, and he thought I was sleeping in the car, or I was on the phone or something. And I have slept in the car at Walmart before. Whether or not he recognized me as anyone's guess. But why I was sleeping at Walmart, that's another story. All right, I'm not going to get into all that. But basically, I'm working through the middle of the night is why. But anyway, this guy told me he's been homeless for about a year now. His wife died. And he lost his house. He lost his mortgage or what have you. All right, his wife has cancer. She died of cancer. So I don't know if that devastated him. And, that's the reason why he lost his house. Or maybe they were both breadwinners. He couldn't afford the house, and the banks took it. Who knows? When you meet someone for the first time, you don't want to ask all these questions. But rest assured, they will come up eventually if I'm going to be working with this guy, because I got to know what this guy's intentions is. So, yes, I ended up hiring the guy, right? But check this out, it gets better than that. His daughter, his 19-year-old daughter, was in the car too. They're both sleeping in the car. How he takes his showers is at a truck stop. All right. Now, I did not know you could. I'm not a trucker, so I did not know they had. Well, obviously, truckers gotta wash their ass, but some truckers, they don't wash, and they just smell like who did it and ran. But for the most part, I gather to say that all truck washers have to have access to wash. So my buddy told me, yeah, he been knew about that. You pay $2, they give you a wash, they give you a bar of soap and a wash rag and all that, and a towel. I didn't know they do all that. All the comforts of a hotel, but without the stay, But that's why they sleep in their cabs, But anyway, that's what he's been doing. His daughter sometimes sleeps at her friend's house. But his daughter is messed up in the head, he told me, because I asked her, she don't work, and he told me she's messed up in the head. She got ADD, Tourette's, or some other kind of disease. He said, nah, my daughter's fucked up. He said it just like that, excuse my French, but this guy, he's keeping it real. He's a Spanish guy. And his accent, the way, nah, my daughter's fucked up, in his language, his Spanish tongue, But he said it's hard out here sometimes. And I can relate with the guy because me being homeless, I was in a shelter for over a year. I told y'all this. And, it's rough, man. And, right now his car is his house. He's got a nice truck. But he said, so right now he needs an alternator. It's $200. He can't afford that right now. He gets jobs from a friend every now and then, he says. But I asked him, what do you know how to do? He says, I know how to do it all. I said, a little bit of everything. I said, oh, really? And I said, well, I might have a need for some help. It's nothing hard, but you'll be cleaning windows. He said, oh, yeah, I'll do anything. So I said, well, I didn't ask the guy if he had a phone number because I just know where he stay at. Because since he said he lives at Walmart, I figured I'd come and give him a day's work to help him out, just to do him a favor. So I don't know if I'm going to hire this guy or not, but my intentions are good. So I'm going to take this fellow out and I'm going to put him to work today. And I'm supposed to meet him at 8 o'clock. So I got a little bit more time to talk y'all ears off. But my intentions are good with this guy. So whatever impression people get upon this video, or whatever the case may be, y'all aren't in my shoes. And a lot of us wouldn't do something like this. I do something like this because it's from the heart. And God's going to bless me. And who knows, he may turn out to like it and maybe want to keep doing it. And maybe I'll have some good help finally. You don't know. And if you don't acknowledge when the Lord is helping you, then, hey, man, that's your chance. You miss your ride, man. You miss your ride, baby. I gave another homeless person a chance, but I have a video of that. I never uploaded it, but that's another story. There's a reason why he never showed up. He was locked up in jail. I told y'all that. I think I may have. He got picked up on a warrant, and I can't have nobody working for me. I don't know if they're going to get arrested or not, and then I can't have no help. And I got all this work scheduled. You know what I mean? You're adding insult to injury, so it's best to leave that kind of stuff alone. Not all homeless people are on drugs. This guy is not on drugs. He's just falling on hard times. And if I could give somebody a hand up, I'm doing the good Lord's work, don't you think? So I'm going to take this guy out. I may clean a couple windows, but I got 2 jobs. I got a Firestone job and I got a Five Guys. Now that may seem like big jobs. I told y'all 2 mom and pop stores. This Five Guys is a pretty big one, but it's more on the mom and pop side. But you see, I'm going to take them there because I want him to get used to cleaning windows where people are going to question how the windows look. At Firestone, not so much on the garage doors because they're usually always up anyway, and the technicians, they're not going to say I butchered those windows up, one or two here or there. He's got a whole slew of windows on those garage doors to practice, and they're actually this particular Firestone is reachable. Is reachable. So he shouldn't. I'm gonna train him how to use the pole, and I'm gonna do all that. So stay tuned for the next part 2 of this video. I'm gonna see if I can interview the guy so he could tell you the short version of his life story and what his intentions are and how he cleans windows for the first time. But this is Masters at Work, and I'll see you in the next video.